Hello and welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast, coming to you on this August 5th, 2025. I am joined by my main man, my partner, Mr. LL himself, Larry Loper. And we got a couple of special guests on this fine special occasion, Super Top 10. We got from Matt's Monday Review, Matt Shackelford, and the queen of film herself, Michelle Chaffatelli. Thank you all for joining us on the Box Office Buzz 302 channel. How we all doing?
Oh, man. I'm great, Gil. A little hot. I'm hot.
Somebody's AC isn't working. I'm
Not
guessing.
working. I need the Ghostbusters to come through real quick, man.
Oh. Shh. How are you doing, Matt?
Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Great.
Got a coffee, as always.
Yes. And Michelle, we've done
I got a coffee too.
Oh, I only got a water, a big one.
Yeah, me too.
Well, listen, we all knew what the mission was for this top 10. And it is arguably the greatest year of film, or at least in my lifetime. It is going to be the top 10 films that were theatrical releases in the year 1984. Great year in music. A bunch of things happened socially that year, but we are primarily going to talk about the movies. Before we get started, I just want everyone's reaction when the list was done, their initial feeling. Like, what was, Larry, let's start with you. What was your initial feeling when the list was complete? What was the first emotion you went through?
One, childhood, iconic roles. Like, for me, when I looked at the list, I said, man, these movies were stamped. Like, right now, if I watched them right now and I say I showed them to my grandkids, I think they would still have the same type of emotion that I had, you know, with a lot of them. And then some of them I would have to explain it to them, but I think they could probably get into it. And just the stamp it had, and just seeing cinematic in general. All these were like iconic movies. And I was so surprised by that year, because I was like, what made Gil pick 1984 of all years? Why you pick that? And I realized that many movies were made in one year. So I walked away with I think my list is dope. Typical me. It's typical. You know, it's nothing. I think Michelle's list is going to be very interesting, okay? Because Michelle always has a different cinematic eye compared. I'm just a typical guy.
How about you, Matt? What was your initial reaction when you were finally like done? Like, this is it. I put in the work. This is it.
A feeling of uneasiness, of like, I'm done the list, but I'm staring at it and I still want to rearrange it. I'm looking at honorable mentions. I'm like, I don't know if I want to put one of those in there. And there's a lot to choose from. Kudos to you, Gil, for a nice pool. Lots to do, lots to delve into. But I'd say a little bit of relief, but more so just like, I could. This is an amoeba of a list. It's ever evolving. I could just keep changing it.
How about you, Michelle? What was your initial reaction when I came up with the idea, and then when you were done?
I mean, I definitely thought it was a good idea. I know like 84, 85 are big, like huge movie years. So I was like,
you're right.
It won't be all that easy when it comes down to it. But it was interesting because there was a lot of stuff that I was like, oh, I don't think I realized that was 1984. Or like, then when I was trying to decide what was going to be honorable mentions, because it was basically like, well, I have like I guess in a way a top 15, so I guess I have to make 5 of those be like the honorable mentions. Mm-hmm. You know, like that was kind of how I boiled it down.
Yeah, mine. I'm in agreement with all of you. I've had all those emotions, but my initial one was disappointment. As soon as I was done, I was disappointed. Why, you ask? Coming up with the top 10 wasn't that hard. The order wasn't that hard. The pressure was the honorable mentions, because my initial list was a list of 32. And as I'm going through it, I'm like, all right, I know this will be top 10. I know this will be top 10. But then I had a whole bunch of movies that I'm like, won't be top 10, but honorable mention, honorable mention. Well, guess what? It was only 5 honorable mentions, and I'm stuck with like 20, almost 20 movies. So there was pressure on the movies that I actually had to put in for honorable mention. And then once I did it, I felt bad for the movies that didn't make the cut. And I'm thinking to myself, when I initially wrote this down, there was no way. I'm like, man, it's not going to make the top 15. And it didn't. And this movie didn't. And this movie didn't. And this movie didn't. And I was like, man, I felt bad. I felt like, oh, maybe I should have did this like a top 25. But then, you know, as it is, this podcast is going to be about 3 hours. I don't know that anyone's got the attention span to make it a 4 or 5 hour one. I'm just saying. So I think that's what made this list so challenging and so polarizing. Is it's the opposite of the Superman one that we did a month ago, where Larry had to put in a movie that he didn't even like because he didn't have enough content to have other options to put in there. Sorry to out you, Larry, but that happened.
It happened.
But
what did you do? The best Supermans?
Yeah, we did a Superman one a month ago.
Yeah.
And Larry put in a movie.
I'm glad you left me out of that.
Exactly, Michelle. Exactly, Michelle. So I would have had a better shot at Batman than Superman.
Well, there was a new Batman movie that came out. It was a Superman movie. That's why
I know what it was. It was just hard for me.
Well, this one, in a way, was easier, like I said, because of all the content. But in a way, it was a lot harder because there was a lot of good content. Good content. So, without further ado, who wants to go first?
There is one you guys did that I would have actually enjoyed doing, though.
Which is?
The baseball movies.
Well, they'll be summer of 2026. It gives Matt to watch some baseball movies because he's probably only seen 1 or 2, I'm guessing, in his life.
I've seen The Rookie.
That's 1.
Angels in the Outfield.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
That's it?
So,
Yeah.
You didn't see 42, Matt?
Oh my God, 42.
Nope.
Oh man, you don't know what you're missing, brother.
if you thought 42 was good, 61 was better.
The 61 was
61 was really good.
really good.
Yeah. But Matt, although he is very diversified,
I've always loved Eight Men
not
Out.
a sports guy, so you got to give him a little leeway when it comes to like sports movies and sports events, because that's not his bag. So, just nothing wrong with that. But if you want to do a baseball one, he might be on the outs for that. just saying.
Might be
Not
in the
saying.
outfield.
Oh, that's 3.
I think Michelle, you being you the only lady on the panel. I think you should lead it off.
She always does, and I think we should continue that tradition. So we'll go in order of my screen.
Yeah,
so we'll do Michelle, me, Matt, and we'll end with you, Larry, for the first time.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, I like that. Everybody go with that?
Sounds good.
Aces.
All right, Michelle, your number 10 movie
So
of 1984.
Number 10 movie is The Cotton Club. It was released on December 14th, 1984. It's directed by Francis Ford Coppola, which I don't think I even realized when I watched it. It's based on a book of the same name by James Haskin from 1977. And it's basically, it centers all around a 1930s Harlem jazz club. It is a fantastic movie. I don't know if any of you seen it, but I just from the get go, I loved it. It has Richard Gere, Gregory Hines, Diane Lane, and Ebert gave it a 4 out of 4, and it's actually made their top of 1984, like
Great.
their list that they made for that year.
That was a great movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
And then yes, the Cotton Club in Harlem. That was
And the music, everything about it is great.
Richard Gere played the heck out of that role in there. And then Gregory Hines back then was, speaking of Gregory Hines in the 80s, he was like that guy.
Oh yeah,
musicals and stuff like that.
Fantastic dancer.
I've never seen that movie.
Well,
I know of it, but I've never seen it.
You'd like it. I know you would.
You'll like it.
Well, I mean, I can't really comment on it other than the actors that you mentioned and the director that you mentioned are all people that I like. So I'm gonna have to.
And then with Coppola, I don't feel I need to mention other things he directed. I feel he's very obvious. But there are directors, just to give a little hint of the future, that directed things that I have on my list that people would be surprised at what else they directed.
Interesting. Well, I guess you know how we always do these lists, and at the end we're like, "Oh, I got to check this one out. I got to check this one out."
Yep, exactly.
Very first movie mentioned, I got to check out. So that's Michelle. That's Michelle, or already starting off with a curveball for me at least. Maybe not for Larry because Larry's seen it. Matt, have you ever seen a Cotton Club?
No. I saw it on the list, but list of movies when I was looking them up for a good pool. But no, I haven't seen it. I'll have to look at it.
All right, there you go. All right, so the initial movie, Cotton Club, to break the seal of all these movies we're going to mention, is first on the list. Michelle, that is your number 10. So I'm up next. My number 10, I'm going to guess Larry and Matt has not seen, but they might have. But I'm also going to guess that Michelle definitely saw this movie and might even be on her list. My number 10, this brings back memories. My number 10 is The Muppets Take Manhattan. Directed by Frank Oz. Now, a few of the things that stood out with this movie that I really liked was it introduced the Muppet Babies, which later became a cartoon, Saturday morning fixture. It what was another thing? One of the characters, one of the Muppets, was a frog named Gil, which was very rare at the time for anybody else to be named Gil in my lifetime on TV, movies. Even when you go to the store and you look at those little name tags, it'll say Gail or Gary, but you don't find Gil. So the fact that a character named Gil in there, that stood out with me. And the third thing, and this was a big thing for me back then in 1984, Brooke Shields had a cameo in it, and she was my first celebrity crush. So The Muppets Take Manhattan. I don't even have to say what the movie's about for Michelle, but for you guys, if you didn't see it, so the Muppets, they're in college. They they come up with this little show, musical, and it's about New York. And the audience, when the show is over, they say, "Hey, you should take this to Broadway and stuff like that." And the Muppets are like, "Yeah, let's go perform on Broadway." Yada yada yada. They go to New York. They don't have the money. They all leave and get jobs so they can reunite to get back together to do the actual show. This happens, that happens, da da da. At the end, they do the show. And there's a big wedding scene between Miss Piggy and Kermit. And you also at the wedding you had a bunch of the characters from Sesame Street. So to see the Sesame Street characters with the Muppet Show characters together in that scene was so awesome to me, and it just puts me right back there at age 9. So The Muppets Take Manhattan is my number 10.
I feel like that might be the first time we see Rizzo the Rat too, but I could be wrong.
Well, he he kind of introduced himself in that movie, and I don't remember him on
Yeah,
the
like I feel
show.
like I'm not sure if we had him before that or not, because he like was at the he was lived at the diner.
Yeah, with his family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all got jobs. Yeah, so that is my number 10. Matt Shackelford, what is your number?
Yes, sir. All right, my number 10 is a 30-minute film directed by Tim Burton called Frankenweenie,
Oh yeah.
and it was made by Disney. And it's funny because I'm looking at it now, and it had a budget of $1 million, which is funny because I feel like I could have, made this movie with about $5,000. But it was 1984. Classic Frankenstein story with a twist. A boy's dog dies, he brings it back to life, and then chaos ensues. It's a charming little film that later spawned, I think, a feature-length claymation movie. It was, I think, 2002, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, a quick one, Frankenweenie. It's a classic to me. I put it on maybe a week or two ago, and I actually forgot that it was only like 28 minutes or something. Like, I was like, wow, that's over already. That was quick. But yeah, charming little film coming for number 10.
Wow,
Yeah, I did not know that was made in '84 because I'd seen the one that in 2002. I didn't know that was a
Yeah.
remake of a 30-minute film. It didn't.
Yeah.
So I feel the need to do this.
Mhm.
Roxy, can you see her?
What? That's
Yeah.
amazing. Looks just like her.
Yeah.
same type of dog.
Yep.
Yeah,
It'd be hard to see there, but that's amazing.
that's amazing.
You know what's weird, and I'm actually kind of very upset now, and now I don't trust my research at all. When I was looking up 1984 films, that did not come up because you know damn well that'd be on my list.
Oh,
All right,
not
well,
only honorable mentions.
put it as a personal preference. 'Cause
Right?
I have two that are down as personal preferences.
Person preference.
So there you go. Well, that's a good one. I never saw that one. I'm
Yeah.
like Larry. I think I saw.
So you've only seen like the claymation one?
Yes. I
Yeah.
never saw
Oh
the original.
man,
Yeah,
you guys
no,
need
the
to see
original
this.
is really good.
I didn't even know that was
Yeah.
Tim that did that.
Yeah, I didn't even know that either, man. I got to check that out. It's only 30
I
minutes.
thought you just did the claymation one.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
Johnny
No.
Depp.
That really worked out well that the girls were in here with me because I was like, holy crap.
Now was that released in theaters? That 30-minute one?
I think so. I believe it was.
It was probably like in front of something because they used to do that a
Oh,
lot.
I
They would
remember.
put like a short film in front of something else.
Yep. Or in between like a double feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I
It
was
says
actually
theatrical,
wanting to
so-
like remember when Pee-wee's Big Adventure came out because I thought maybe they put it with that, but that came out the next year.
Mhm.
So
That was my movie too. That was my movie right there.
Well, if we do 1985,
Yeah,
I have a feeling I know one movie that's going to make that list.
indeed.
All right, Larry, you're the last
All right,
one for
man.
number 10.
My number 10, man, is The Children of the Corn.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Stephen King's that was my movie, man. So all these movies I'm naming are my movie. Like I remember being a kid and watching the town, and I didn't. And that's a known fact. I didn't know that Linda Hamilton was. I didn't know I was Linda Hamilton, and as y'all know from Terminator, that was her post Terminator.
Is that Linda Carter?
No,
Or is that
Linda Hamilton.
Hamilton?
Yep.
Linda
Oh,
Hamilton.
okay. My goodness.
Yes,
Got
that
my
was her
names all
first.
wrong.
That was her post Terminator movie, and for people who haven't seen it, it's about this couple that lands in this town full of brainwashed kids, and they're in a cornfield, and Malachi and just a bunch of crazy, eerie kids. Man, Imagine
Cannibals.
kids, they can't like crazy kids murdered the parents and stuff, and you just land in this town full of just crazy kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's an eerie thing, man. That's an eerie thing, man. And then I always thought Malachi was just like this. What that was the redhead kid, right?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, the red
Yeah,
eye
he's
kid.
the one that like took over. Like
Yeah,
the
he the
leader.
one that took
Mhm.
over it, and then he fought
I was
the
trying to
demon
think of
kid.
what the other kid's name was because he
Yeah,
was
I was
creepy
trying
as
to
hell
think of
too.
the demon kid,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
With the black hair. I couldn't remember his
Yes.
name.
Yes. And
But
I'm like, what's his name too?
yeah, man, because Malachi was raw, man, until he met the demon kid. Then the demon kid, it was just crazy, man. So that's one of the movies that always stuck with me when I first saw it. It was just eerie. It was like it'll grab you. But did Mary see that one? Because you know that's a slow
No. So Mary doesn't really like scary horror
okay.
movies. So I gotta kind of convince her that it's not that scary. And
Okay.
although I like Children of the Corn, that is not a movie for her. She is not gonna like a movie where children are, killing adults,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
I got,
Why
I got,
not?
a cult
look,
like that, she's not. That's not her bag, man. It's
but I
not.
gotta be mindful to some of my incorrigible grandsons, man, because them dudes might see that movie, get some big ideas, and think it's possible. Yeah. Yeah, they got them type of minds. They might think it's possible, man.
That was a good year for Linda Hamilton
It
because
was.
you said it. Terminator and
Yep.
Children of the Corn both came out the same year.
Yep.
So, yep, that's a good one.
Thank you, brother.
I will say that's one of those ones when I looked back, I'm like, man, this one didn't make it for me.
Mm.
So
It's okay because there's some movies that didn't make it for me that you gonna mention. It's okay.
there's a million. I can't believe it. Like bothers me.
Like you said though, some of that was hard to do because I think I had Children of the Corn initially, in my long list that I was like, well, I guess that's not gonna make it to the end, but.
Yep. All right, Michelle, you're number 9.
Now, see, my number 9, possibly everyone has it on their list. My number 9 is just probably earlier in the top 10 than I think others would have it. But again, when we were talking about it, it almost didn't make the cut because of how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Ghostbusters.
Oh.
Which was released on June 8th, 1984. Directed by Ivan Reitman, and of course, I mean, I don't feel you need to say much. Everybody knows Ghostbusters. But it was definitely a very when it came out, it was pretty like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And it even did well with like among the critics and stuff like that too. Ebert at the time, he gave it 3.5 out of 4, which is pretty good. And it did get nominated for original song, but that lost to I Just Called to Say I Love You, which no.
Oh my God, did it?
It
Oh
lost
Yeah.
to Stevie? Oh, come on.
no.
It lost to
Stevie, not a problem. That particular song, no.
Well, what was I Just Called to Say I Love You? What movie was that in? Lady in Red? I mean, Woman in Red?
I think so. That sounds right.
Okay.
Because it wasn't a movie. I remember it was in a movie with like an unusual title, and I think that's it.
Woman in Red with Gene Wilder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember
Um,
that movie. Yeah, because did it make it in y'all list?
Woman in Red did not make my list.
Make your list. Make your list. Okay, I can talk about that. Because what's the chick with the black? It was because he was stalking the girls. Yeah, black hair, right?
Yeah, it's the chick that married Steven Seagal.
Did she?
Yeah.
Real life?
And then they were
the one from Weird Science.
Yeah,
Hard
Weird
to
Science.
Kill.
She's from Weird Science, wasn't she?
Yeah, the Weird Science chick.
That was my movie. When was that made?
85, I think.
God, man, yeah,
See, 85. I told you that's another year.
Yeah,
That's
well, we
been
can
the
do
one.
85 next summer.
Yeah, 85 would have been the one, man. 'Cause Weird Science is my movie, man.
I think 84 is just fine.
That
We'll
was
do
good.
85 next.
We're good.
Next summer.
So you, Gilly?
Oh, okay. What was Michelle's last one? Number 9?
Well, Ghostbusters, and I also feel like
Ghostbusters.
it's going to be on other lists, so I didn't feel I needed to talk about it long or anything like that.
That was the number 1 moneymaker of that year.
Was it?
Busters. Yep, that was the biggest hit.
The top one, number 1 grossing.
Grossing.
Okay.
Yeah. My number 9. As an adult, I think it's a little corny, but at the time and the build up and the music and all that, I loved it. My number 9 is Footloose.
Ooh,
I agree.
Kevin Bacon,
Starring Kevin
the
Bacon.
Baconator.
Laurie Singer and John Lithgow. Oh, we've all seen it. We know city kid moves to a small country town where they outlaw rock and roll music and dance and stuff like that. And he just wants them to dance. Just dance. Come on. And he teaches Chris Penn how to dance. Oh. And then the religious John Lithgow, trying to save the town, trying to save the kids from that noise, but it's not noise. It's rock and roll, man, and it's in your heart. It's in your heart. So, Footloose, the song, the build-up, dancing at the end, still lives with me. When I think of the first movie that comes to mind for Kevin Bacon is Tremors, but the second movie is Footloose.
Tremors.
You know what's so great about this year, Gil?
What's
is
up?
that it's like self-explanatory. So you kind of got to dig to find out, because a lot of these movies, like who haven't seen these movies, especially the ones that were like kind of the famous. Like, do you really have to explain what the movie is? Like she said, Ghostbusters. Do you really have to explain what Ghostbusters is? Like, it's kind of hard to say, hey, man, who never seen Slimer and, the original, because the kids nowadays don't know about the original. They probably seen the newest version of it, which I don't think could even compare to the original. It just doesn't compare to the original.
Well, if you're a millennial or younger, which by the way, Matt is younger than a millennial, most people they've heard a lot of these movies, but they've probably not seen them all. They didn't, when you're born in the 2000s, or late 90s, you're not gonna know these movies. So, we can't just assume everyone's heard of this, everyone knows this. We can, the 4 of us can just rattle off 10 movies and that could be the end of it. Or we could be nostalgic and go back to that moment and talk about it like we're right there, like we had just seen it in a movie theater. Because it gives me the the goosebumps when I bring it up. And I remember the buildup. I remember if I saw this with my father or my mother or my friends or my mother and my friends, things like that. And brings me right back there. A lot of these movies now kind of seem corny to me. But if I put myself back when I was 9, 10, when I watched it on VHS, back when it took 6 months for a movie to go from theaters to VHS.
That's true.
So I was 9, 10 years old, man, and man, I was living the life. It was great. It was great to be Generation X, which is what Michelle and I are, and I guess you kind of are too, Larry.
Yeah,
I guess so. Where you're a kid in the 80s and then a teenager to young adult in the 90s. That's perfect.
Yeah,
that was perfect. My inspiration of being a kid, I'm so glad was in the 80s. So glad.
The one thing about Footloose, even though I always liked it, even as a kid, I found it stupid that they would make dancing illegal.
Yeah.
Like it was like a stupid plot point to me, even as a kid. I'm like, no one's gonna really do that. Like, I would believe they would ban the music before the dancing. That was the part that was a little hard for me.
Well, wasn't that a thing? Okay, so this is in America, but in Ireland, isn't that how river dancing originated? Isn't that why they're so stiff from the waist up because of.
I don't know, to be honest.
I think you really weren't allowed to dance in Ireland
Wow.
by law, and how the houses
I
were
mean, and
built.
it's possible if that, obviously if that's something that was old and it held over for a while, but like, again, even for the 80s, that just seemed too, like, if they had made the movie like dated as opposed to like in the present time of what it was,
Mhm.
like, but I think even if you're a kid watching it today, I don't know if you're going to think, oh, the 80s was long enough ago that you would believe something like that could happen. Like, it just seems,
I don't know. You think of
it
like
didn't, I mean, it didn't take away from it. I just always thought that was weird. Like,
you can't picture like the Bible Belt of America, there being towns and cities where
because
if
I
you
think
ain't
it's
singing
because
about Jesus,
they
then you ain't
were
singing.
banning dancing completely. And I think my problem was I knew they used to do things where like, save room for the Holy Ghost and all
Mhm.
that kind of stuff, but
Right.
you still could dance. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's where, and it wasn't dirty
But
dancing,
about to say it wasn't dirty dancing, like that was so dirty dancing. Like the
like,
dance they were doing was so innocent. It was like, okay, it
yeah,
wasn't like Elvis type dancing. You know what I mean? Like which
yeah.
Well,
was
listen,
so
the thing, okay, Elvis, when he
okay.
first was on TV, they only showed him from the waist up. They didn't want to
Oh
show his hips and doing all that stuff.
yeah,
So and Elvis was from the South.
yeah, he was from the South.
So
Hmm.
Well, fun fact for you, they called him Elvis the Pelvis because he was
Hmm.
always thrusting at the ladies in the front row, and they didn't want that on screen. So yeah, he
Elvis the
was
Pelvis.
not the clean cut gospel singer we all knew and loved. I don't know. I watched the Austin Butler movie, so I don't know how accurate that is.
mm, that's like the newer one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was good
Was
at
Tom Hanks in that one?
Tom Hanks in it.
That was Tom Hanks in that one?
Yeah,
yeah, he was the
Oh,
manager.
Colonel.
yeah,
Yeah. The major, Colonel Major, yeah.
Colonel Major. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
right.
Bob Lerman movie, therefore Michelle does not like it.
It's a what
Mm,
movie?
Boz Lerman. He's not a director I like at all.
yeah,
What?
he's got a unique style.
It's not a good one. He did Moulin Rouge, which is one of the movies I hate with a passion.
Oh man.
When Michelle don't like something, man, it's personal.
Yeah, I like it though. I like it though. I like it though. Yeah.
All right, Matt, you're number 9. Let's keep it rolling.
My number 9 is who you gonna call? Same as Michelle. I'm a
Ooh,
sucker.
look at that. Somebody else had it as number 9. I'm so
Number
shocked.
9, man.
Well, it's
Y'all rated it number
very
9.
well. This is my list. I knew everybody was gonna have Ghostbusters, so it's just farther down the list. I got to throw some unique pools as my top couple. But dude, I love Rick Moranis. Any movie he's in, I'll watch. Dan Aykroyd's the man. Bill Murray. Can't remember the guy's name who did Spangler, but oh my god, just super cool, quotable. Who you gonna call? Don't cross the streams. Just a cool movie. The effects. The car, the decal, the iconic. Larry, you got the logo right there,
Right
man.
there.
I mean, everybody knows it. You see that, you know who it is. I don't need to go on and on. We kind of talked about it, but what a great movie.
All these great things about this movie, and no one's mentioned how hot Sigourney Weaver looked in this movie. I mean,
Oh,
hot, muy caliente.
I thought she looked hot in the second one.
Yeah, well, in the first
Oh,
one,
no, was the second? No,
got-
the first one. No, the first one. That was the first one. I'm sorry, it was the first one because that's
Yeah,
when she was
first
the dog. She became the dog, right?
like that demon dog.
The demon dog. Yeah, yeah. She
yeah,
was.
on the roof at the end there.
Mm,
Yeah,
Zool.
Yeah,
yeah,
yep.
man.
Yeah. I mean,
Huh?
I love Ghostbusters, so
Yeah, me too.
there's not anything I want to say about it at this moment.
Tease.
I think
You
it's a good
teased.
pull. Good pull for Matt and Michelle at this point.
Oh man, my number 9, an iconic character that's been stamped through time. Um, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Wes Craven directed film. Brought us Freddy Krueger, an iconic character. Let me break it down for the kids. Who's I don't know what these kids are nowadays. What are they, Gil? What are they?
Millennials.
Are they
Well,
millennials?
right now, if you're a kid right now, what do they
Yeah.
call these kids these days?
Is that
I
the
don't know.
Gen
Your
Alpha?
generation? Are they NASA baby?
Is it Gen Alpha or?
Is it Alpha? I think it's Alpha.
I don't
I've
know.
heard Gen Alpha. I just wasn't sure if that was the.
Yeah. So if you're Gen Alpha, for those people, them kids is the parents allowing us to watch this program, which is a great program. It's G-rated, okay? Freddy Krueger was a guy who, if you looked at the backstory, was crazy, man. He killed kids, man. I went from a town of kids to a guy that killed kids. Okay, the town got against him, burnt him, did him bad like you supposed to do because he was a child murderer. So they burnt him, right? So he came back and haunted the kids of those parents. I think the first one was the scariest one to me. I think after the third one, it got to be a comedy. You start watching Freddy, it got funny more than was scary. You know, he had the good one-liners, you know, the setups. But the first 2 movies, it was a horror film. Like I really believed that Freddy could come get me in my sleep. You know, when you're a kid, you really believe this could happen. Okay, so I remember having that fear of Freddy, and get my mom and I think the dad at the time. My dad was kind of mad because I had one of them dads, man. So he didn't understand kid fears. Okay. So you wake up screaming and your dad coming in, what you screaming for? Because Freddy coming to get me. Shut up. Go to sleep. That part.
Well, that's I think that's what's the brilliance of it is because it's like, don't go to sleep.
Yeah. Freddy's coming. And I didn't know, man. I mean, that it was only I didn't know it was only a $1.8 million budget on that film, man. They did a good job for $1.8 million budget, man. They actually did a good job. And I always go back to I loved them movies back then because they used what they had. It wasn't too much CTG, it wasn't no CGI, none of that stuff. It was what you had. And look what you got out of it, man. Freddy Krueger. And they made 25 mil off of that thing. In 84, that's a good haul.
Yeah. The practical effects that they did for that film was insane. Like the bed.
Yeah, the blood.
The bed. They built that. They built the bed. They had hundreds of, probably thousands of gallons of real fake blood. Or not real, but fake blood. And they had a stunt double fall into that and then have that actually explode up into the room and fill the room. I watched the behind the scenes for that film and they had pretty much they were like, we got to get this in one take or else we got to build a whole kit and caboodle again. And the big Freddy Krueger head was real. They built that. They built that in a warehouse and they had operators shove the head through and just amazing. And God, I can't remember John England, right?
Robert England.
Robert England, who plays him, just fantastic. Obviously iconic now, but I love that movie. Good pick.
That's funny, man. Because I ain't like Rorschach. As what's my man off of Watchers?
Rorschach.
Rorschach. I ain't like Rorschach as Freddy Krueger.
Oh,
right. Yeah, when they had to do it him in the later films.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I mean, you could tell, and then they got lazy with the practical effects, and it looked like ketchup, and it was bad.
It was bad. It was bad. They just kind of just didn't give it. It's like watching new Star Wars, man. Y'all just killed a great franchise, man. It was whack.
Like you say, they turned them into horror comedies where it's just let's see how wacky we can make these. You know? Freddy versus Jason. Oh,
that was a terrible film. That and Jason in Outer Space probably worked.
Jason X. Jason in space.
Oh, that was terrible. Terrible. I'm sorry, Michelle. What's your 8? I didn't veer off. What's your 8? I believe we're on 8.
Is she there?
You still
Yes,
there?
Did you freeze up on this, Michelle?
Oh, here I'm. No, you know what? I think it did like a blippy thing.
Oh no.
Is that,
Number
I don't-
8.
Wait,
Well,
let us
I
visual.
don't see you.
You don't see me?
No.
You don't see
Well,
Michelle?
we see a
No.
photo of you.
I
but
see a photo of her.
All right. Well, we can keep going, but I don't see you.
Okay, that's weird.
That's weird, too. I got a still picture of her. I can see her.
Yeah.
All
we
right,
can-
and you can hear
we can
me?
see what you look
I can
like.
hear you.
I can hear you. I just can't see you, but we can keep going.
Okay. So, okay, my number 8 is The Times of Harvey Milk, released on October 26, 1984, directed by Rob Epstein. It's narrated by Harvey Fierstein. It's a very, very excellent documentary. It won the Best Documentary Feature at the Academy Awards for that. And I mean, you guys probably are familiar with it if you saw Milk that Sean Penn was in.
I saw that.
But that's who this documentary is about. It was just really well done, and also for the time period to like make a documentary about someone like him, political career, basically starts his whole political career until he's assassinated. And he was like the first openly gay supervisor in San Francisco, and it was just a really like they didn't make a lot of stuff like that yet at that time. And it's really worth watching, as well as Milk, the feature film.
I never seen that one, man. I gotta check that one out. I like documentaries.
I didn't see that documentary. Oh, I see Michelle again. But I did see the movie Milk, where Sean Penn won an Academy Award playing Harvey Milk. And that was a pretty good movie, although I was disappointed that Sean Penn won the Academy Award for that movie, because that was also the same year that Mickey Rourke was nominated for The Wrestler, and I thought he should. But that's just personal opinion. Yeah, I guess I could check. I mean, I know a lot about Harvey Milk, so I don't know.
And if you ever heard the Twinkie defense, that's what it's from, because the guy who killed him was blaming it on too much junk food.
Yeah.
That's weird. I didn't know that.
Definitely weird.
Yeah.
The Twinkie defense. Okay.
The Twinkie defense. All right. Okay. Well, if you could sue somebody for spilling hot coffee on yourself from McDonald's, well, then nothing should surprise me when it comes to law and lawmaking and stuff like that. All right. My number 8 has already been mentioned, and I thought that this movie was going to be Larry's number 1, so it's strike 1 for me. It is A Nightmare on Elm Street. Not much to really add, other than Larry didn't mention the director, the legend.
I did.
Wes
I said Wes Craven. That's the first thing I said was Wes Craven.
Did he say that? Is he lying?
I
think he did say Wes Craven. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm old. All right, well, Wes Craven, and I believe, I don't know this for a fact, but I believe it was the first film that Johnny Depp was in.
Was it?
I think it's one of the first.
Yeah. Because that was after the 21 Jump Street, right?
It was before 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, definitely it was before 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, because he was in something. Oh my god, that's gonna drive me crazy.
He was also in Platoon, and that was before 21 Jump Street.
Johnny Depp was in Platoon?
What year did Platoon come out? 86?
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I was going to say 86 or 87 for Platoon.
Yeah.
So I was right?
Yeah, his first film ever. 21.
There we go. I'm smart.
I'm smart.
Yeah, so I'm in agreement with Larry, and obviously it's not his number 1. So A Nightmare on Elm Street. We don't have to spend any more time on it. Number 8 for you, Matt.
Oh, number 8. I'm struggling to remember what year this movie came out.
1984.
just a joke. It's Chud.
Oh, I know.
It's basically just a dark, gritty horror comedy film about cannibalistic monsters in the sewers. They basically are defeated by the main protagonist and Daniel Stern from Home Alone as a priest, which is the funniest thing ever. Great practical effects on the monsters, great comedy. It's not long. It's like 80 some minutes, I think. Just a fun watch. It reminds me of like the Troll movies or like Basket Case or something like that. It's wild, but definitely a good watch if you haven't seen it.
Wasn't Basket Case the one with the dude brother was hooked up to him and he had to did he have it like on the side of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that movie's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude. They're
Yeah,
all
crazy.
weird.
Bro, I like Basket
Yeah,
Case.
that-
That was a crazy movie, man.
I think that was one of the first things I did when thinning my list out was I think I dropped mostly all the horror stuff.
Yeah, you said you don't like horror flicks, Michelle. That's what Gil said. He said
I
Michelle don't
do,
like
I
horror.
do, but like I don't know, like when I'm gonna compare it to other stuff, they're not gonna win generally.
Right.
I was when I made my list, I looked for like iconic stuff. You know what I mean? Like stuff that just stood the test of time. And that was like
Yeah.
one of the things that just stood the test of time for me. That's what makes it a great movie. Because hard
Yeah.
for me to find nowadays movies I could say stand the test of time. There's so
I
many.
definitely did that with like, especially I would say like my top three, because I was like, what do to this day
Yeah.
still makes me feel things and remember how I felt and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's what I walked away from. How did I feel then, and how could I feel now? Like you were saying, some stuff would be like, it's cheesy now watching it, man. It's corny. So I don't have that same feeling, you know what I mean? But if I could still have that same feeling, like I watch Ghostbusters right now, I still have that same feeling I had when I first watched it, and I'll be like, wow, they made this in the '80s.
Well,
Yeah.
that song. I mean, that song just kind of like puts a smile on your face.
Word, it
How
does,
many people
man.
don't
Or
know
even
who
like
you're
just the
gonna call?
state puff, man. Like state puff is just enough to get you.
Yeah, the Stay Puft. Like, come on, man. That was, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man. Hey Gil, what's
You-
my eighth? My eighth one?
We're up to
Oh,
8.
my.
Yeah.
My eighth one is Bachelor Party. That's my movie, man. That was my
Tom
movie, man.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Yes. Oh man. As you know, it was a bachelor party and anything you could think of, because he had a wild crew. He had a wild bunch of friends. And I'm talking about the donkey getting it was like today they would compare it to like the Hangover. It would be compared to like the Hangover now, where you just had a whole bunch of things going on, and this was like the ultimate bachelor party. If I had friends like him, oh man, I would have thanked you. If Gil, you threw me anything like he had, I would have been happy. Matt, if you'd have been along and you hung out with us, and Gil did everything, and we could lose ourselves, yeah. Bachelor Party was that movie for me. And as a kid, it was a lot going on. Some stuff you ain't allowed to watch because, some parts were seen that kids were not allowed to watch. And I think I kind of snuck and watched it a little bit. But great movie, man. Oh man. Especially when they had that party and the police came but there wasn't the police. And it was crazy movie. To this day, if I watch Bachelor Party, I still have that same feeling.
Yeah, I didn't watch that in 84 for obvious reasons. I did not. It was some years later. And now I don't really want to watch it because Tony Katan, she's not around anymore and makes me sad.
Is that the one? Is that the stripper lady?
That was the hot chick that he
was going to marry.
Was going to marry.
She's the one that was in the White Snake or Warrant video.
The
Okay.
White Snake video where she's doing all those flips and spreading her legs on the car. Yep.
She did.
She died like 5 years ago. Yeah.
Legends don't last forever, man.
What was that other one that she did? Witchboard? I think she was in that horror film, Witchboard. It was a little corny, but she was in that. But yeah, man. Tom Hanks had a couple movies that year. One of them may get mentioned later. Or not. All right.
Who knows?
Number 7. Number
All
7.
right.
Michelle.
So number 7 is The Natural, released on May 11th, 1984, directed by Barry Levinson, who also did a few things I think people would know well. Diner, Good Morning Vietnam, Rain Man, Bugsy. It's also based on a novel of the same name. Interestingly, the movie ends like kind of happy ending-ish, but the book does not. And I actually really love this movie. I think it's one of the best baseball movies.
Yeah.
And really good cast: Robert Redford, Glenn Close. You even got Kim Basinger and what's his name? Wilford Brimley.
Grimly.
And it was actually nominated too for I think 4 awards. But the only acting one was for Glenn Close for supporting. And I think it's just one of those ones. It goes like a beginning to an end, and like when you almost like if you were watching like a full epic story of somebody from like birth to death. Like I like when something takes a span of time like that, and then it really tells the story well. Like you enjoy it. The music is really great. Fun fact, if you go see Billy Joel in concert, The Natural is the last thing that is played before he takes the stage. The score to the main score. So.
Did you see that new documentary on him on Max?
I did.
Yeah.
A 2-parter?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real good one.
I only watched the first episode so far. I haven't watched the second one yet.
You know, I like that, Gil. I'm a musician, so I always dig the musicians because I already know behind the scenes a lot of things that people ain't privy to. You know what I mean? So I'll be wanting to know the backstory. You know,
it was really well done, actually. Like,
yeah, I didn't know all that about like his first wife and stuff. I always thought Billy Joel, my generation, was the best storyteller with his lyrics to his songs. I don't know how I got caught up in Billy Joel right now, but I always thought that
it's The Natural.
Oh yeah, The Natural. But don't you agree? Like if you listen to the lyrics of his song, he's telling a whole story.
Yeah,
a whole story. I mean, yeah. So anyway, I like The Natural. Matt, that's a baseball movie. Oh, I don't know.
Hey, if we do a baseball cast, I'll watch a bunch of them.
Well, I'll recommend a whole bunch of them because there's a lot of.
When it comes to sports movies, I think baseball movies are the best. Not that I haven't seen a few other sports movies that are good, but baseball movies are definitely the best. And you don't have to be a sports person to like them.
That's probably true. I mean,
probably true about that one, or that or race cars.
That's true because I actually hate car racing. Love car racing movies, especially good ones. Like I saw F1, but like I don't like some of the cheesier ones.
Did you like Days of Thunder?
I didn't.
Tom Cruise.
It's Tom Cruise, so that's part of the problem for me.
You hate Tom Cruise?
Yeah, I'm not a Tom Cruise person.
I didn't like Days of Thunder either because I like NASCAR and it was unrealistic.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's partially why I didn't like it either, because like I do like other real car racing, because like other than the first one, I don't like the Fast and Furious movies. The first one was good. It was like a normal movie. The rest of it is like dumb.
It's dumb. Rush. I did like Rush.
I liked Rush.
I don't know if I saw that.
That's one with Louder and James Hunt. That back in what was that, Gil? What year was that when Louder?
The Formula One days.
Yeah. And Louder got in a bad accident and burnt his face.
70s, 80s, something like that.
Yeah.
I even watched the there's a really good, I think it was like 2 or 3 part, maybe 2 to 4 parts. I don't remember exactly, but it was a documentary that's fairly recent about Earnhardt. That was actually really
Oh, yeah,
good.
that was good. That was good, Michelle, because that made me. I called Gil, and I said I didn't know by watching that because I'm not really a NASCAR guy. My lady is. I'm not. Her dad used to actually take her. Her dad met Earnhardt and all that stuff. But I got to understand how NASCAR was. I didn't know about being aggressive. Like he was an aggressive driver. I didn't understand none of that stuff, and I didn't understand that he died when he died, how he died, like the last lap, and it was just a crazy accident that it didn't even look major, but
No, there was that other accident he was in that looked worse, but I guess this
yeah,
one essentially snapped his neck,
that was
which
crazy.
is
And
yeah.
that was him just trying to let my man win, who never won before.
And like I said, I don't like car racing at all, but I find like some of the movies or like the documentaries are interesting to me. Don't ask me how that makes sense, but
Well, what about this new one that's out now, F1 with Brad Pitt?
I saw
I
it.
didn't see that
You
one. Did
saw
you
it?
see
You
it?
liked it?
Yeah, I did. It was
It's
good.
good. It's good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I think the guy who directed it is the same guy who did the last Top Gun movie, Top Gun Maverick. I like those camera angles, and like you feel like you're like in the car, like you felt like
Yeah,
you're in
yes.
the plane.
Yeah. And I think there's a good like you know, like the old crew going out, the new crew coming in kind of thing and all that. And it gave me a very new impressive love of Brad Pitt because I didn't realize how well he was aging.
Okay. Did he have any scenes where he was eating?
He always
Probably.
eating, man. You right about
Always,
that, man.
he eats a lot in movies.
Look,
I feel like yes.
Look, a time in Hollywood, he was eating beans, wasn't he? A can of beans. You ever seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with him and Leo DiCaprio? I know
Yeah.
you don't like Leo DiCaprio, Michelle. That was a good
I
movie.
did see that though.
Yeah,
He's also eating in Moneyball. He's eating lunch. He's eating a sandwich.
yeah.
He's also eating in Ocean's 11, the shrimp cocktail.
Did he eat in Mrs. Was he eating in Mrs. Mr. Smith, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
He eats a lot because there. It sounds like what's the big deal about eating, but you've got to be able to look like you're really eating something, yet go through your lines without talking with your mouth full.
That's impressive.
You know what I'm saying?
That's impressive.
Maybe he's a good
Look
food
natural.
talker.
I'm just saying. I don't want to lose Matt by talking too much sports. I don't
I'm
want
sorry,
to.
Matt.
Matt, you're still with us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Don't want. We were a little quiet.
Well, I'm just saying it's funny because there's certain things like that I can discuss, even though I would totally say I'm not a sports person at all.
Me and Gil are the opposite.
Yeah.
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 So Matt doesn't have to feel alone because I'm there. It's just that I'll watch movies and certain things.
All right. That was number 7.
Yes.
That was number 7. Yes.
My number 7, I got a feeling it's going to be on someone else's list, but probably not Michelle's. My number 7 is The Terminator.
Okay.
By James Cameron, starring
Definitely
Arnold
not.
Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, and Michael. What is it pronounced? Bean? Is that how he pronounces his name? Michael Bean? Michael Bain? I forget.
Remember earlier when I said I don't like Baz Luhrmann? Guess who else I don't like? Just as much, if not more.
James Cameron.
Oh.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Did I get
James
a double
Cameron?
Yeah, well, he also had Arnold Schwarzenegger also had Conan the Destroyer the same year, but I didn't like that one as much as the first one, Conan the Barbarian. So that did not make.
Hold up, The Destroyer, was that the one with Grace Jones in it?
Yes.
I like that one better than the first one, bro.
Not me, because
the first one was James Earl Jones in it. I didn't like that one. I know. I like the second one better. I thought the princess chick was hotter, and I thought the witch was hot too.
Well, yeah. Grace Jones is cool.
And And what
Jones
calls
was-
in there too, Gil.
What's that?
Will Chamberlain was in
Will
that one.
Chamberlain.
Yeah.
He was the tall guy.
Tall
And
guy.
and did you know that when that movie was being filmed, Grace Jones's boyfriend at the time was Dolph Lundgren,
It was.
and
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was talking to him saying you should give this acting thing a try. And he was like, "Nah, man, I think at the time he was a kickboxer, so he wasn't really into getting into acting yet."
Was his first film Rocky the Rocky?
First film was Rocky 4.
Okay. And then I
Oh,
thought
wow.
he was He-Man too.
He-Man was a year later, 87. Rocky,
Mhm.
2 years
That
later,
was my movie.
because
that
Rocky
was my
4 was
movie.
85.
I saw that at the movies theater when my auntie took me there. I saw that at the movie theater. That was good.
Well, what's your auntie's name?
Joanne.
Shout out Auntie Joanne. But anyway, getting back to the Terminator,
Yes, sir.
that's one of those movies that I didn't see in 84, but I saw it as a teenager and I've seen it as an adult, and I can watch it now and still enjoy it. If it's on, if I catch it early, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. And yeah, the effects aren't as good as they once were, but it's still, as a movie, it still holds up to me. So Terminator is my number 7.
Okay.
Matt, you're number 7.
Oh man, my number 7. It's a bit of an oddball. I'm not 100% sure if anybody else has seen it, but it's a film called Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh,
And
what?
it takes
How's everyone
place
seen it?
at Christmas time, and the main line is punish. It's basically the film of a brainwashed little boy because he was traumatized by a enraged like mall Santa that stopped to take his parents' car from him and hacks him up to bits in front of him. So he grows up and has a psychotic break and dresses up like Santa and goes to punish everybody for being bad. And it's hilarious. I think most of it takes place in a mall, but it is absolutely wild. The dude is nuts.
Silent Night,
There's a
Deadly Night was
part
on
where
my
he goes into like
original
this
big
like
list.
Christmas orphanage full of kids and just, I mean, he starts hacking away. Oh, if you like wacky horror and you're in the mood for a little Tinseltown Christmas spirit, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Wasn't that movie banned in a lot of areas when it first came out because parents were petitioning
Yeah.
it? Because I remember watching the trailer as a kid and I was scared to death. And my mother said I was not allowed to watch that movie till I was a teenager.
Yeah.
A crazy,
Dude,
a crazy.
it's a Christmas tradition at my house. I mean, the kids don't watch it, but I watch it. Me and my buddies, we watch it every year. That and Krampus.
So
I
that
actually
movie,
like the storyline of that movie. Like, I feel like it could be a serious movie as well. Like, if it really wanted to be, you know.
Yeah,
does
I
that
mean,
movie-
absolutely. A remake with a darker tone.
Yeah.
they've had a lot of cheesy sequels to that original movie.
Yeah, there's been a ton actually. Yep.
Wow. Yeah. So
But like, yeah, that was definitely on my original big list. But like I said, I basically kind of cut all the horror. So I totally get it.
Well, hey, fall time, winter time's coming up. Give it a watch. Talking to you, audience. I'm sure everybody in the panel's seen it.
I've seen it more than once.
Yeah.
Larry, you seen it? Silent Night?
No, I gotta check it out.
Oh,
What?
somebody didn't see
I
it.
gotta check it out.
Somebody didn't
Oh, wow.
see it.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Classic 80s slasher. It's cheesy.
Oh yeah.
All right, Larry.
My number 7, man, is and another iconic role. I don't know if y'all seen it, but who knows? Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy, with Alex Foley. That was like one of his bitter breakout roles. When he's a Detroit cop whose partner got killed, and he's investigating the murder in Hollywood and Beverly Hills, and he's like the street smart, funny, always got something going on type of cop. And then what's the judge? What's the dude's name? The tall dude,
Judge
Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold, yeah.
Judge Reinhold and his partner set the watch on because he's not supposed to be here, and he's investigating his murder in Beverly Hills with these dudes watching him, and eventually they end up solving it because it's a rich dude, it's a rich guy, and he's a powerful rich guy, and that got him killed. So Alex Foley ends up solving the case. And then a lot of series they have Beverly Hills Cop 2 spun off of it. I'm not really, of all the movies Eddie Murphy played, there's only a couple I actually liked. As he got older, he started getting more into the kid stuff. Then he started
I was just gonna say, I don't like Eddie Murphy that much in movies.
Yeah.
I like him like stand up and SNL years.
You definitely stand up. Like stand up, he's hilarious.
Yeah, because like Beverly Hills Cop, I only actually saw a few years ago, so it doesn't have any kind of resonance for me, And I don't think I've seen Coming to America yet.
Oh my God, that's the best movie.
Because I feel like I don't remember much about it if I did see it. So
yeah, the original was good. Beverly Hills Cop, the original was good. The remake was dumb. I didn't like the new
yeah.
of it. But the original,
I mean, I didn't dislike Beverly Hills Cop. I just feel like because I only saw it in the last few years, it was just like, oh. But I just like I was saying, I don't. Eddie Murphy for me isn't a big film guy. Like, I prefer him actual stand up and sketch comedy and stuff like that.
That's how
you ever see The Golden Child?
I did.
Michelle?
What was that?
You ever see The Golden Child?
No.
You gotta check The Golden Child out.
Well,
okay.
If you didn't really like Beverly Hills Cop too much, you're not gonna like The Golden Child.
I didn't dislike Beverly Hills Cop. I just feel like I didn't love it the way I think everyone did when it came out, kind of thing. And I don't know if it's because I only saw it a few years ago or, you know what I mean? Like,
for me, Michelle, when it first came out, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like you. I wasn't really like, oh, I gotta see this movie. Like, I remember my uncle actually turned me on to Beverly Hills Cop, and then when I was watching, I said, "Oh, it ain't that bad." I started watching it and kind of got into it, but it wasn't a movie I was looking for. I didn't think it was gonna be as good as it was.
Okay.
I couldn't see it. I didn't think the plot. I couldn't see the plot, but then as it started to develop, I said, "Oh, this ain't a bad movie at all."
Is Eddie Murphy in the one with? Is it Richard Dreyfuss?
Oh, Harlem Nights?
No. Am I thinking of something completely different? Like there are two. Like I think there are cops also, but they're buddies. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
The one with Nick Nolte?
Yeah, or maybe it's Nick Nolte.
Or 48 Hours.
48 hours.
Okay.
And then another 48 hours.
Is that it? That's Eddie Murphy, right?
Eddie Murphy. Yep.
Okay, I did actually like 48 Hours. What I said Richard Dreyfuss. It was Nick Nolte. Whoops. Yep. That's a big mistake.
All these old white guys look the same. I can say that. I'm allowed to say that. I could say that. All right. Now we're going into the sixes. The last one before the top five. So, Michelle, you're 6.
Okay, so my number 6 is Stop Making Sense, which was released on October 19th, 1984. Directed by Jonathan Demme, which everyone will know from Silence of the Lambs. It is considered to be possibly one of the best concert films of all time. And it is Talking Heads. And actually, it was really cool because I had never gotten to see it. And then I think it was last year or the year before. I guess last year. That would make sense. It was out in the theater for its 40th anniversary. And so I went to see it, and I actually definitely had that reaction of like, wow, this was really an exceptional concert film / documentary. It was really awesome, listening to it and watching it, because Talking Heads to begin with are a very interesting visual band. They do a lot of funky stuff. Then you add the Jonathan Demme, directing it. They filmed it over 4 nights. So it was just amazing. And then the other thing that was cool is they did in their concert, they did stuff that was David Byrne solo as well as Tom Tom Club, which is 2 of the other members of the band's side project. So it was kind of like almost like 3 concerts in one in a way. I really definitely highly recommend it if you like even just a song, one or 2 songs of Talking Heads, you'll like really enjoy it.
What's it called again?
Stop Making Sense.
Stop Making Sense?
Yes. And Ebert gave it 3.5 out of 4.
Did
Stop
he?
Making Sense.
That
I've
makes sense.
never even heard of it, but I do like the Talking Heads.
Okay.
I'm gonna write
Yeah,
that down.
it's interesting to me when I see a lot of these documentaries that were or like concert films or documentaries or both that have been directed by big time directors, and there's quite a few of that out there.
Well, yeah, like you said, Demme, he did the Silence of the Lambs. That was the first one that came to mind for me. So between the band and the director, I'll probably give that a shot.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
All right, that was your number 6. My number 6, very excited about it. Haven't seen it in a while. Very good movie. My number 6 is Firestarter.
Oh yeah, that's my movie.
Directed by Mark L. Lester, starring Drew Barrymore, David Keith, Martin Sheen, and George C. Scott. Love this movie. I know it was a book. I think it's actually is it a Stephen King book?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen King book. Never read the book. Watched the movie a bunch of times. Thought the movie was great. I could still watch it, but I haven't watched it in a while. Listen, we've all probably seen it. This girl gets tortured and experimented on and all this stuff and deceived because she's got this power of anything she focuses on. She can turn into fire, light up fire, all this stuff. And at the end, and her father also had some kind of power too, strong as hers. But ultimately, everybody dies.
Yeah.
And it sad ending, but good movie. Firestarter. My number 6, Drew Barrymore, still as a little girl.
It's another one that I kicked off my list.
Yeah.
That's why I'm laughing. I'm like, oh, all the horror, or quote unquote horror that I kicked off my list, all you guys are saying.
Yeah.
There was no way I was kicking that one off. That movie was
That's a good movie right there, Gil.
Yeah, no, that is a good one.
It had a not so great remake recently.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was going to say that there was some kind of remake.
They are. I don't know why these big head directors think they could go in and remake these classics and do a better job.
Oh, you know why? You know why? There's no originality.
Yeah,
that's why they got to do sequels, reboots, remakes. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You can't duplicate the original, man.
Nope.
It's almost better to try to do like a continuation of the story in some way.
Yes.
Like if you want to take from something like that, because like the remakes rarely work.
I like Dr. Sleep from The Shining.
I mean, he wrote that book as well, so he did write a sequel. But like, I mean, it was okay, but it's not The Shining. You know what I mean?
You like the Gil?
What's that?
Dr. Sleep.
I liked it, but I agree with Michelle because it's like a long part 2 to The Shining. The Shining is like one of the all-time classic horror movies, horror performances ever.
I do really like the story and what he was trying to do with it, because I read the book as well, like before I even saw the movie. But like, I still think it did, even as a book, it didn't really need a sequel, like, but I do like what they were trying, what his intent was.
Mm-hmm. Got it. All right, Matt, you're number 6.
My number 6 has been mentioned. It's Children of the Corn. I love the creepy aspect of cannibalistic little kids that trick you into, thinking you're doing something good just to eat you. I think it's super cool. I think the they did a good job in the '80s with the effects of making the kids look like, I don't know where they got this many kids that were that good at acting,
Yeah.
at the time, because they all mastered that stoic, dead in the eyes, like, dirty, and like not overdone dirty where it's like, come on, but like they lived out there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Just, I mean, fantastic. It's creepy. Larry
Well,
talked about it a bunch, but
one
I
of the
think
things
it,
I could say to not sound horrible is it was the 80s, so they got real kids that were real actors versus, oh, let me get these kids that are cute.
oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
100%. That's for sure, because I mean, the quality has gone down as far as like younger actors.
Yes.
It's like
Hmm.
Disney acting where they deliver
Yeah.
the lines like, "Oh, geez, mom, did you see Kevin
Yeah.
walking?" It's terrible. There's
It's
no
terrible.
real, like, people used to graduate from Juilliard with a degree and then go make movies. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
happened? But I don't know. That's a rant for another podcast. But
I
yeah,
would also like to suggest, because I love evil kids, that would be a good little like list evil kid movies.
Evil
evil
kid
kid movie,
movie.
The Omen.
Oh man, you got that, Gil?
Oh yeah. Well, listen, we're gonna need another topic for this coming Halloween, so maybe we throw that one in.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
like that.
Movies where the antagonist are children. Hmm.
Mhm.
You know what, girls? I'm reviewing my list, right, man. I think I have a kind of a mixture of stuff, man. Because I like comedies. I really like comedies. I like horror flicks. I like sci-fi stuff, and I love action movies. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? I like a lot of stuff, man. I'm like well-rounded on that type stuff, man.
Right.
I like So my sixth one is an action movie, and I didn't know that this after this movie they start making PG-13 ratings. I didn't know this.
Ooh.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
That just I'm an Indiana Jones fan first and foremost, man. Just because he's in this archaeologist or an explorer, so he's always looking for something, trying to solve things, and then he's always going against odds that's just impossible. He fought the Germans, he fought the Indian dude. Well, in this movie, he fought the Indian dude who could take your heart out. Then they kidnap all the kids. They had the kids digging for these I don't know what they were digging for, the rocks or whatever they were digging for. Then the lady that was eating at the table, man, and then they had the Indian food, but it was like the monkey brains and it was the eels and it was
Yeah.
and the smell. He said, "You're not gonna eat the big old Indian dude." And she was like, just happy to get an apple, you know.
Hmm.
And then, when they was in they was in that little trap and she had to go pull the lever, but it was all the bugs and all that. That part. So I just love that fact that and it was Indiana Jones, man, with the whip, the little Chinese boy who was just
Hmm.
like the chauffeur.
Short Round.
Yeah, what was the name?
Short Round.
Yeah, sure. That was just a great movie,
Data.
man. Great movie. Great movie. I think that the best one of all the ones to me was that one. I
Mm.
like a lot. I like a lot of them, but that was the best one.
So
Yeah.
earlier when I said there was a movie that if not all of yous would have it, at least one of yous would, and it's not on my list because I never saw it till I was 25, that's
That's it.
that movie.
Oh
Oh,
man.
awesome. Awesome.
I mean,
I
it's
love
not that I
Temple of Doom.
disliked it. It's just like I feel like I was just like, by the time I saw it. But I had weirdly seen The Last Crusade. That was the only Indiana Jones movie I had ever seen prior to
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, that one's
Probably because
great.
of River Phoenix, because I loved him when I was a teenager. Um, but I will say one of my favorite things ever is like how he is with the snakes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because that's just like I'm like, yep, I totally understand.
Yeah. I don't deal with snakes either, Michelle. I
Me
couldn't.
neither.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I'm
Nope.
good. I'm good. I'm good. And he really, it's crazy because of all the things he done conquered, like he done conquered a lot, but snakes was his weakness. Like he did not
Yep.
do snakes. And then when he was thrown in that pit full of them, oh man, not for me, not for me. But yeah, So
Not
for
for me
kids who have not seen Indiana Jones out there, I don't know if kids like, I don't know, because it's long and they this new generation babies, they like shorts. They don't really like movies, so it's hard for them to get into it. But I like Indiana Jones.
I
It's
love
definitely
it.
good. I mean,
I'm
it's
with
definitely
it.
worth watching. I would even watch it again. I think it was something I probably would have liked it better if I had seen it when it first came out, because I would have had that, oh wow, like
It's one of those movies I watched last week.
For the
did
first
Mary
time.
not like it?
I didn't watch it with Mary. I watched
Oh,
it.
Oh, that wasn't one you
Oh,
watched with her?
yeah. No, the movies I watched with her, well, it was. I mean, I'm not saying it is or isn't on my list, but I watched Splash with her,
oh
and,
yeah, yeah. She ain't like
and
Splash.
she didn't really care for it. You know what? She didn't really care for it.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. And and we watched Body Double, and it was a little too weird for her. We both, Body Double was one of those movies that we knew right in the beginning who the killer was, and
Yeah.
it was like no
build up.
no build up or anything like that. Like we already figured it out early, so so at the end there was no like climactic part
Yeah.
for us. So she didn't care for that. I didn't really care for it too much either. But anyway, so they
I
did
like
not
Splash.
they did not make my who's next? Is it me?
Michelle. Now Michelle's 5.
Oh,
Michelle's
my number 5. Okay.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Gremlins, released June 8th, 1984. Directed by Joe Dante. He also directed Piranha and The Howling and Explorers and Inner Space and The Burbs. I like his little mix of like horror and comedy there. And he also directed Gremlins 2. And the screenplay is by Christopher Columbus, who everybody kind of knows as a very good director as well. Home Alone 2, Harry Potter, first and second. Just all like there was a lot of good people making Gremlins. And one of the things that I always forget is that Howie Mandel is the voice of Gizmo.
Yeah.
Is he?
And so it was like cool for me when I realized that again, like just like, making sure I had my info. I was like, oh my God, I forgot that again. But like I've known it. And Gremlins is just a fun movie. Like I kind of feel like I don't know how you could watch it and not enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of little things that I guess, you were a kid when I was a kid when I saw it. So like things strike me as funny that maybe wouldn't strike me as funny, but like to this day, if anybody has those things that take you upstairs, I immediately see Gremlins and the lady flying up there, there's like a lot of silly things like that you just think of with Gremlins. Plus it's just kind of such a great little story and fun time, and I think it also has like lessons in there, like this is what can happen, like
Don't feed them after midnight. Don't get
yep.
them wet.
And
you
supposedly they're making Gremlins 3.
Yes.
Lady.
Gremlins
they?
coming.
Because Gremlins,
that's
because 1 and 2 they ain't do bad. I like 2. I liked the 2.
Two had
I like
Hulk
2
Hogan.
too.
2 had Hulk Hogan in it.
He did.
The second one's got all that stuff when they're in the
in the lab
office building, right? In the lab stuff. Yeah. Okay.
That was like the first Walmart, believe it or not. That's like the first Walmart superstore.
Okay.
Remember, it was all them stores and stuff in that one big building.
Mm-hmm.
This before Walmart came, so that was like the first kind of Walmart or superstore. And then you had the lab, you had all the food, the brain gremlin. Yeah, that's my man.
I love Gremlins.
And then a fun thing about Gremlins was that Christmas, me and my brother both got a Gizmo stuffed animal for Christmas. And Santa put it under the tree in the little car. So it was literally like real Gizmo in his car.
That's cool.
That's good.
See, takes you back to your childhood, man.
And that's
Yeah.
a movie you can show your kids now.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
fact. That's what I was saying. Gil said, "Those type of things you can probably sit down with your kids, your grandkids, but it depends how old you are, and they can still have that same joy that you had."
Yeah.
Some movies hold up.
Yeah, great year, buddy.
Absolutely.
84. Love it. All right. So what is this, number 5?
Yes, sir.
Number 5.
Cinco.
Speaking of a movie that I think still holds up, I saw this in the movies as a double feature, which I will say to this day, the greatest double feature of my lifetime. Now, they're not going to do double features anymore, so this is probably it for the rest of my life. But in the 80s, I see double features all the time. This was not the first movie in the double feature. This was the second one. I can tell you for a fact that I know that this holds up because the little ones have seen this movie in our house.
Oh yeah,
They react to it the same way I did when I was 9 years old and saw it in the movies. And it is The Never-Ending Story.
Oh man,
Man, what a great movie.
Yeah.
Falcor.
Falcor.
Falcor. What was the other one?
Yeah, that was my movie, man.
Oh,
Atreyu.
Atreyu. Going back and forth. Atreyu. Falcor. Atreyu. Man,
Yeah,
the
that was the movie.
scene with the horse in the quicksand. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the movie, man.
Heartbreaking.
There's so much good stuff in Never-Ending Story.
so much. And then when the princess is looking into the camera and she's saying, he's reading the book, he has to give me a name. Won't you give me a name? And everything is getting destroyed. And he's got to believe that as he's reading the book, that he's the one that's got to give the princess the name. And he runs and the storm is happening and he yells out her name. Ah! So good. So good.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
My feeling.
Yes, sir. Good one, Gil.
Yeah, great.
Man, I'm mad, man. I'm mad, man. Like, I'm mad now, man. I'm disappointed, man. Myself, man.
You don't have it on the list, do you?
Nah, it's my movie too, man. I'm mad about that because that was my movie. For real, that was my movie.
Oh my gosh. Leo and Sydney, they've watched it. They love it. Oh, so
Man.
good.
Oh, you had Leo watch it? Because I wasn't sure if I could let my nephew watch it yet or not, and he's 6, so that's good to know.
You know what, man? I'm so mad because Beverly Hills Cop probably would have made my list, man. Never in the story would have replaced it. I'm trying to tell you what it, man. Because as a kid, I remember that movie as a kid, man. Like, that was like my movie as a kid, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That
That
song.
was on the VHS.
So good.
I remember I having that on VHS and keep playing on rewind, man. For real.
I have it on Blu-ray.
Yep.
Yeah. Love it. But that was part of a double feature. And I have not mentioned the first movie yet that I saw with it. So stay tuned. By the way, everyone's tuned in to the Box Office Buzz 302 channel, and you are watching What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. Matt, your number 5.
My number 5 is Terminator, or The Terminator, whichever title you prefer. Schwarzenegger at his, one of his better films, because he had to play a stoic robot, which he's very good at doing. A lot of memorable scenes in this one, very cool. We talked about it briefly. I like, I don't know, I'm all about practical effects. So when they spend thousands of hours building these, skeletons, these metal skeletons, and then covering them in flesh to look like people, and then blowing them up to, have them resemble all the wars and stuff that's going on. It's just, I'm impressed with the man hours it takes to build all of that and make it look realistic without tons and tons of CGI, that we have today that honestly makes movies look cheap and feel feel soulless a little bit.
No, they need to like combine it. You need like a combo. You can put a little bit of CGI, but you need to do the old effects. When you mesh it together, it looks really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yeah.
When you do it well. I mean, it was on my list. A couple things I didn't mention about the Terminator. So, before they started filming, Arnold Schwarzenegger originally was trying out for the Kyle Reese character because it had more lines.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has a lunch with James Cameron. I don't know if you all know the story or not. And he said he wants to try for the Kyle Reese part. But he's telling James Cameron, whoever you cast, and they had somebody in mind, but nothing was official. But whoever you cast as the Terminator, you got to have him act like this. You got to have him do this. There has to be no emotion. You know, if he's working a gun or something like that and taking apart a gun, he has to be able to do it without any kind of hesitation because he's a robot. And you remember, he goes to buy a bunch of guns at this firearms store, and he is no emotion, just being able to take it apart, put it back together, load it, and kill the guy in the store. So James Cameron said, well, why don't you play him? And he's like, no, I want to play Kyle Reese because he's got more lines. I don't want, as he's moving up the ranks in Hollywood, he doesn't want to have less lines. He wants more lines. But James Cameron convinced him that the character everyone's going to remember is going to be the Terminator. And you never know, if it does well, they might want a sequel. So he was able to talk Arnold Schwarzenegger into being the Terminator. But the guy that they had in mind prior to Arnold Schwarzenegger to be the Terminator, nothing official, but who they had in mind was actually O.J. Simpson.
Was it?
And the reason that they chose Arnold over O.J., more than that they really liked Arnold, they ultimately thought, get this, that it wouldn't be believable that O.J. Simpson would be a killing machine.
What a ironic twist.
Fact. Oh man, that's ironic.
Fact. You know, back in the 80s,
he was acquitted. He was found not guilty.
I mean, in one courtroom he was.
I'm saying, Gil, found not guilty.
In one courtroom, not the other one. Not the other one. Not when the family sued him. He was found guilty.
He definitely found guilty of that one.
There's the whole belief that they found him not guilty on purpose to make up for bad things that had happened prior.
Like Rodney King.
Yes, which, I get the thought process, but I think it was the wrong thing to, let someone get away with. You know what I mean?
Because everybody, their mama know that man killed that woman, man. Who else going to kill that woman, man? That's a rage killer, man.
I don't think I know anybody of any type of like whatever you want to say, intelligence, ilk, anybody who thinks otherwise. Yeah. So I just think it was a really weird choice to let's give this.
Yeah, I mean,
did a great job not making OJ the Terminator.
We could do a whole podcast just on O.J. Simpson.
Probably.
We really can. And the thing we would talk about the least is him actually being a football player that he's in the Hall of Fame for. That would be what we would talk about. What?
Damn, OJ.
OJ.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
All right.
All right, man. My number 5 is classic characters. Funny movie. It's a comedy.
Did Matt do his number 5? Oh, he did Terminator. Go ahead.
Man, did you drink your coffee, man, today?
Me?
Yes, sir.
No, but Matt is so quiet on this podcast that I
think you just lost yourself, Gil.
He's like the quietest one so far. I'm surprised.
Just chat about the movies and keep Keep the
Keep it going.
conversation.
Yeah, keep it going, man.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, my number 5 is Police Academy, man.
Oh
Police
man.
Academy. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Right. The first one.
The first one. Yes. Mahoney, Tackleberry, Jones. Oh man, we going on. Harris. Just them. Oh my goodness. If you know anything about just pitting jokes on people. And it's the Police Academy. So it's like they're making fun of a serious profession. So as a kid, I'm not equating police to this. You know what I mean? You know, you grow up and people say, "Oh, I hate the police" and all this other stuff, all this crap, because you need police. Because if you ain't have police, the world will be crazy. I promise you, it would be. But just to have a nice little fun take on something that's serious, which is the Police Academy. And the jokes Mahoney plays, oh man, just because you got a bunch of people in the real world that was like kind of like losers. They was like lost. They were trying to find a direction, and somehow, some way, they end up being in the police academy, and then they end up being police officers. And as the series goes on, now they're actually doing police work. But it's just a funny, it's a funny film, and the stuff they do to Harris is hilarious, man. The one that said, "You're a slacker, Mahoney. You're a slacker." Yeah. And then the lieutenant with his the captain with his goldfish, just clueless, you know. But yeah, classic film, man. For anybody, especially the kids who haven't seen it, they'll love it. They'll love it.
Great cast of characters in that movie.
Definitely.
You know,
Yeah.
I think they did 5 police academies in 6 years.
Yeah, they kept doing it back to back to back. Yup. I think the weakest one was, to me, was the
5.
one when was it 5? Yeah, 5. Was that the one, City Under Siege?
I think they had 6 altogether. 5, when I saw it, I was like, man, they got to stop.
Because that's the one with Bobcat Goldthwait was the cop then, right? Because which one? Because one of them, he was the criminal, and then he ended up being a cop. You know, the guy with the crazy voice, that guy.
I don't remember. I'll be honest. It's been so long. I don't remember.
I think that was the 3rd or 4th one.
I don't remember.
I don't remember much about the police academies, except I always loved the guy who did all the sound effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonesy.
Yeah. I remember him doing stand-up comedy before he was in the first police academy in the early 80s.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Winslow.
Yep.
Michael. Is it Michael Winslow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike Winslow, yep.
He does all the voices. He did a pretty cool live rendition of A Whole Lot of Love by Led Zeppelin, doing the electric guitar part with just a microphone. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, he was nice, man. He was a man of 1,000 voices, or 1,000 sound effects.
Yep. The man of 1,000 sound effects. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
All right.
Good pull there.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Because you ripped my Superman apart, but thank you, brother.
And you deserved it. All right, Michelle.
All right, so my number 4 is a little bit interesting. It's basically a double, and it's a double because the part 1 and part 2 came out both in the same year, about 7 months apart. So instead of choosing one over the other, we'll just talk about both of them. And it's Breakin' and Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Turbo! Ozone!
The first one.
You like them better than Beat Street?
Now, Beat Street was the one. You saw Beat Street, Michelle?
I seen Beat Street only once, like a long time ago. I need to rewatch it.
Yeah, Beat Street was the one.
But I loved Breakin' so much. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love the Breakin' movies. I still love the Breakin' movies. Like, I've seen them on, and then I'll be like, oh, let me watch a few minutes, and I'll watch the whole rest of the movie. And I'm like, I can't believe I still love this the way that I did as a kid, you know? And but I just loved like was it Ozone and Turbo?
Yep.
Like
Oh,
you
no
had like
turbo.
the crazy names, the way they dressed,
Yep.
they do their break dancing. Um, you know, the girl, her family was like, oh, how could you want to be part of this? Like it was
Yep.
just like that whole combo of things, and like, but then it was like they could do other dancing too. Like it was just all about like I guess dancing is dancing, not like you're doing break dancing or you're doing ballet, like it's dancing. And then a lot of it was, saving the community centers,
Yep.
for the kids and stuff. And like you have Ice-T's first appearance in anything. And like and the music is so good. Like I love that kind of 80s freestyle and like oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I can just have a good time with this no matter what.
Yeah, that's a good
And
one.
it's kind of funny because the one of the the one who directed the second one, so that guy is Sam Furstenberg. He did a bunch of movies that don't make sense. Like if you look at his filmography, he's got like Break Into Electric Boogaloo, and then he did a whole bunch of like American Ninja movies and cyborg cop movies. And you're like, okay, like how does that make sense? And then the guy who directed the first one, Joel Silberg, he directed a bunch of like it seemed like hardcore like Jewish type movies. Like when I was looking at his, but then he also did the Lambada movie
Really?
Oh, remember
and
a lot of that
a
forbidden.
movie called Rappin', which I've never seen, but apparently it's kind of supposed to be Breakin' Part 3, which I didn't know.
Mm.
But I don't think anybody's in it except for Ice-T from the other two movies. So I might have to check that out to see it. And but yeah, I don't know if I had said the first one was released on May 4th, the second on December 21st. So I am also impressed that they like made a second one so close. And then what was I gonna say? It was inspired by a documentary called Break-In and Entering. And then many of the artists and dancers that were in that documentary are in the Break-In movies.
Mm.
So I think that's kind of cool. And then this I found interesting. It apparently was like very negatively reviewed by all the critics and stuff, which makes sense. But it was a huge box office success to the point that it outgrossed 16 Candles in its first week.
Wow.
And it's the 18th top grossing movie of 1984. So it's in the top 20.
Wow.
Which I'm just like, I just find that impressive because I would not have thought any of that was the case. Because it's kind of almost one of those, like, you could feel like it's more of like a cult movie, like a cult following classic kind of movie,
Breakdancing was so big, but it only lasted like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but like in '84.
Oh, it was there.
Larry, did you break dance? Because I did.
I tried.
I would go to the park.
Yeah, exactly. We tried.
You had to
I tried, Gil.
take down a cardboard box.
Yep, we did have the
Come out.
corner boxes, but
You had to wear the windbreaker jacket, and then you 84, a little bit of 85, and just breakdancing with your friends. Someone would have a boom box and be playing music, and you'd just be breakdancing. It was no big deal.
That's the closest to dancing you was ever going to get me, brother. I got two left feet, no rhythm. So
what?
Yeah, my father got it, my mother got it, my sister got it. I did not get blessed with rhythm, or I got two left feet, no rhythm.
I, in fact, have a big Bluetooth speaker that looks like a giant boombox with graffiti all over it. And I can tell you that when I saw that and I had to get it, I was like, oh my God, this is like Break-In.
Oh,
That's what you should do, Michelle. You should have a party at your house. You invite us, of course. And you just have Break-In, Break-In 2, and Beat Street play back to back to back.
Right?
Like on a New Year's Eve.
Hey, Gil, what's your favorite part of Beat Street, Gil?
See, I need to watch that because I have not seen it in like years.
God, they all kind of like mix together. I keep wanting to talk about a scene from another movie. Remember Rooftops? Where they were all dancing on the rooftop? Oh, fuck. The best scene from Beat Street. I don't know.
It was two for me. When they all met in the club and they had to dance the break off.
Uh-huh.
Remember when they all formed up and they had the blue team and the other team,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other one when they did the Santa Claus thing. Remember, they had the Santa Claus. They was rapping and they was doing the ho ho ho. That
I guess I got to go back and
you
watch
gotta go back and see
I
it,
don't
man.
remember that.
Oh my goodness, you ain't see, remember that man? My man was in there. Yeah,
They're all kind of mixed together.
his brother was the DJ. Remember, his brother was the DJ. Remember, because they spit, the spray painted the trains,
I
the
remember
rainbows,
that. Yes.
and they got shocked. Remember the dude's little man, you gotta see it again.
I gotta go and see it because
That was the other thing you reminded me of. Is I think in Breaking, I don't know whether they did it purposely or whatever, but it is low key, almost like a little bit West Side Story with like the the break dancing back and forth, like good guys, bad guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also get like, what was that other movie that came out 20 years later? Like You Got Served or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they all kind of like blend in together, or Drumline and stuff.
Yeah, Drumline.
I like all of them, but it's
Oh
hard.
my god, Drumline was a good movie too.
Who's in what and this and that, but I saw Beat Street before I saw Breaking and Breaking 2 at my cousin's house. I remember on VHS. But that's a long time ago. That's like 1985. It was like, 6 months, a year after the movie came out. Sorry. And I only saw it that one time.
Oh man, sorry, brother.
A lot of these movies I've seen, 10 times, 20 times.
Yeah, that was my movie, man.
All right. Number 4. I guess that's me.
Yes, sir.
It's been mentioned already, but this was the other one that was the double feature for me. So Neverending Story was the second movie, but the first movie was Gremlins. We all seen Gremlins. We all love Gremlins. And do we remember the 3 rules?
Yes.
Larry, give me one.
Don't feed them after midnight.
Okay, Michelle, give me another one.
No bright light.
And Matt, give me a third one.
Is it avoid water?
Yes, very good. Paying attention, very good. Yeah, so Gremlins, my number 4. I had to go back to back with them.
I wanted a gremlin growing up, man.
What?
I wanted a gremlin. I wanted
one.
I wanted to now Mogwai, right? I wanted to go to. I ain't want a gremlin. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I might come behind with a fed him at the midnight.
When I got older, I kind of wanted Phoebe Cates, but that's another story for another day. Matt, you're number 4, sir.
Number 4 is Neverending Story. Everybody wants to hop on the back of Falcor and ride through the sky, feeling the wind through your hair, doing a little up and down, and come back and go to a land of dreams and go on an epic quest and, get a peck on the cheek from the princess and then, go home a hero having learned something. Just what a great film, in a very, never-ending story, but the way they tell the story, from the reading the book perspective to watching the story to, looking at the book and, the passion of the kid as he's going through the film is, it's great. They've made a few sequels, but they don't make movies like that, with the imagination. And I believe Jim Henson was involved with that project, which, he did kind of a couple movies, hit the scene, and then kind of left. Obviously he was there with the Muppets, but yeah, just another great one, Never-Ending Story.
You want to know anything about Jim Henson? Michelle is your girl. She's,
Oh yeah, a
you
big
know,
Dark Crystal fan.
yes, yes, she is.
Yep.
Yes, she is.
Heck yeah.
Oh man. Oh, so my number 4.
You're number
No,
4.
numero cuatro,
Oh, number
Kimasabi.
4. Oh man, another iconic character. I'm gonna keep saying this, man, because it's gonna be continuous with me. Iconic character. And actually, the remake was actually good. They actually got it right. It actually was good. The Karate Kid.
Ah,
Karate Kid. Daniel's son. Wax off, wax on. Yeah. Mr.
heck yeah.
Miyagi.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yo, you don't give me that look, man. That's my man. I love the Karate Kid. I love Danielson. I love the whole thing about, him moving to California, man, and then Johnny, kicking his behind in Cobra Kai, and then him fighting them, and then it did the spinoff. Obviously, years later, now we got Cobra Kai, the series. But I just thought, just being, how many kids in their life felt I haven't really experienced that part, but I understand that some kids have been bullied in their life, and it was great to see the bully be able to win at the end. When he first got there, by Johnny knowing karate, his buddies, they didn't beat Danielson up because the girl liked the Danielson, you know, and then Mr. Miyagi stepped in and taught him in a very unconventional way. He would teach him karate. The whole time he thinking he's just working on his house, and he's showing him, nah, you're not working on my house. I'm showing you different ways on how to use the karate. So I thought that was just dope. And then when they redid it with Will Smith's sons, Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan, they actually did a good job by them going out to Japan and him moving to Japan and getting picked on. Same scenario, getting bullied,
Mm-hmm.
and then you end up growing, knowing martial arts, and then you become the hero. And it's about teen empowerment. It's about discipline, work, not giving up. I like them type of elements, man. So that's what really caught me with that movie. And at the time, I just thought it was a dope movie.
I think
Yeah, man.
I think it's a great movie, and the franchise, and bringing the show to originally to YouTube Red, and then Netflix picked it up. I don't have
Yeah.
enough good things to say.
Yeah. I forgot about the YouTube Red thing. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the Cobra Kai series, but I mean I've heard good things. But
If you like the original 3, not the 4th one with Hilary Swank, which was disappointing. Spoiler: she's like the only person they didn't bring back from the franchise.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one, man. That's
They
how
brought
bad it was.
everybody up. Anybody who was worth bringing back, they brought back.
Yeah, I
Some
forgot
point in
about
that
that
series.
one.
They just didn't bring her back.
That's okay. She made up for the $1 million baby. She made up for the $1 million baby because that's a great film.
yeah, that was directed by Clint Eastwood. That's great.
It was.
I didn't think I was gonna like Cobra Kai, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, right. Like
Ralph Macchio didn't think he was gonna like it until he read the
Yeah.
script.
did he?
And you know what's funny? I'm not gonna speak for you, Michelle, and maybe not even so much you, Matt, but I think Larry and I are on the same boat on this one. Watching Cobra Kai, I felt drawn into the Johnny character more than LaRusso.
I did.
I felt more like Johnny was more relatable.
He was.
Adult, past middle-aged adult
Yo.
than
Yeah,
LaRusso.
yeah, LaRusso, because we
All
was
that
famous.
money,
They
working
got
at
money. Yeah, I
all the
can
Porsche.
relate. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Gil. And then just that whole situation with him and Danielson, how his life just kind of went down.
Yeah.
That's relatable. That's
Mhm.
relatable because some people can't get over certain points in their life, and then you get through the midlife crisis. That's real. People go through midlife crisis.
100% real.
Yes,
Something,
sir.
and you can either take off like a rocket,
Yep.
or you let it bring you down.
Yep.
And him losing that fight and always blaming Daniel because it was an illegal kick that no one ever talks about, but that was an illegal kick that that Daniel won with, and he always used that as an excuse of, Always Something Against Me.
Hmm.
I mean, it was
I agree. I totally agree, Gil.
Karate Kid. But let me keep the flow going.
Yes, sir. Oh man, top three.
Top
Bottom
three.
three.
Else.
All right. So my number 3 is All of Me. It was released on September 21st, 1984. It is directed by Carl Reiner, and it has Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin in it. It is one of the best, like, ridiculous movies ever. Um, the plot is like kind of totally ridiculous and stupid, but the way the two of them work together is amazing. So essentially, it's like a body swap kind of thing. Um, Lily Tomlin's character has always been bedridden her whole life, and she's gonna probably die soon. So she wants her soul to go into this other woman who, like, it's this whole thing, but the soul goes into the wrong thing, gets dropped. So like it's Steve Martin is half her and half himself, and there's a lot going on the whole time. And it's one of those things that, like, when I was like looking up some stuff about it, I was surprised to hear like some of the stuff that people have said about it, like the New York Times even talks about the teamwork between Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin. And then they, I think on like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that, they talk about, like, even though it's a body swap movie, it's like a body swap movie worth holding on to. So I guess it's like considered one of the best of those types of things. And it's funny because I always have a soft spot for those types of movies. And now I'm wondering if this is what did it for me, because I really, like, I remember being very impressed by it when I first saw it. Now, I don't remember when I saw it. I doubt I saw it in 1984, to be honest. But I remember being very impressed by it. Like, the two of them are amazing. And I believe that they got like Golden Globe nominations and stuff like that, which is pretty wild for something that's such like a comedic thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
I have
none
awesome.
of you have ever seen it.
I have not seen it in 25, 30 years.
I'm about to check that out though.
But it's funny because of the physical comedy, especially
Yes.
with Steve Martin being like half woman, half man, how he's like moving around and stuff like that. Excellent physical comedy. It was a good movie, but I don't remember it too much, so it couldn't make my list. But it is a good one. It is a good both of them, especially Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin back then. I mean, they were hot. I mean, their careers were hot back then.
She's in another movie. It was like, I don't know if it's like 82, 83, but it's around the same time. That was called The Incredible Shrinking Woman.
Yep. With the gorilla.
I mean, I love that too. Like, it's like stuff like that's amazing. Like, and I think in some ways they still hold up too. Like, it's dated in the sense of when you watch it and you're like, it's very 80s or whatever, but it's like the story is funny and all that still.
Well, what's funny is that's a remake of The Incredible Shrinking Man, which was not a comedy.
Right.
It did not end well. But Lily Tomlin, I mean, think of some of the hits she had in the 80s. 9 to 5.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible Shrinking Woman, the movie you just mentioned. What was the one she did with Bette Midler where they were twins?
Big Business.
Yes, Big Business. That movie was funny.
Lily Tomlin's very versatile too. Like, I've actually seen her do stand up live. It was amazing. You know, she's very cool.
That was an out of the box Michelle kind of pick, and I liked it. My number 3 has already been mentioned. It was the number 1 grossing movie of 1984, and it was Ghostbusters. And part of Ghostbusters that I really liked was the song. It's very catchy. It's still catchy. Love the cast. And when we brought up Rick Moranis before, you know, Rick Moranis has been retired since the 90s when he quit acting to take care of his wife and his family. His wife since unfortunately passed away. But he is making a return to Spaceballs 2.
Okay.
He's coming out of retirement for Spaceballs 2.
That's a funny film right there, boy.
I mean, when we do a comedy movie one, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to make my list. But anyway.
Let's see, I love Mel Brooks, but that's not one of my favorites of his.
What?
You like The Princess Bride?
It's not my favorite Mel Brooks, but it's going to make my list. For
You like The Princess Bride, Michelle?
That's not
Princess Bride? Yeah.
The Princess Bride. Yeah. He directed that one, didn't he?
No. That was Rob.
Oh, shoot.
No.
Which one did he direct?
Oh, man.
Did he direct Caddyshack?
Nope.
No. Mel Brooks is like
directed Young Frankenstein.
Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, The Producers.
Yep.
Okay.
Silent Movie.
Yep.
What's
the History of the World or something?
Yes, History of the World Part 1.
Oh God, so good. So good. Oh, The Producers.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the one that's like a take on Hitchcock stuff, and I can't think of the name of it right now. It's like, I think it might be called Fatal something. I don't remember.
Yeah, fantastic. Mel Brooks. Still alive.
Like 98 years old, too.
Schwartz.
98 years old, yeah. May the Schwartz be with you.
Use the Schwartz. Hey, everybody, be on your best behavior. It's Darth Helmet.
All right. Let's keep it going. I only got 20% life left in my phone. So let's keep it going. Where are we? I did Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah, it's on 3 for Matt.
Oh, for me?
Yep,
Yes,
number 3.
My number 3 is John Carpenter's Starman, starring Jeff Bridges as, I guess, kind of a reanimated corpse and inhabited by an alien entity.
Mm-hmm.
So good. With basically a hostage, Karen Allen at his side, attempting to get his, his spaceship back, and because it was hit by a rocket or a missile and down, so he's got to find it, repair it, and get back, while trying to run the guise of this corpse he's running around in as Jeff Bridges, which, weirdly enough, you may not recognize him in this film because he does not have a beard.
You know what's funny about Starman?
In this movie,
I literally only saw it in the past year. Like I never had seen it prior.
What?
And it was a friend of mine like loves it and was like, "You have to watch it." And I finally watched it, and I laughed because like I liked it. I definitely did. It just felt to me it was like adult version of E.T.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
You know, like I'm not saying that's a bad thing because I did like it, but that's like what it felt like to me.
Yeah, similar plots.
Which is kind of why I didn't make my list because I only saw it in the last year, so I was just like,
but there's no Elliot.
Yeah.
That's a good movie there, Matt. That's a good one.
My third one, man, has already been mentioned. It made everybody's list, man. It made everybody's list, man. And that's Gremlins.
I did not have Gremlins.
No, you ain't mad yet. Gremlins?
Jump the gun.
Not yet anyway.
Oh.
What?
We have mentioned 8 so far. But you never know, right?
Never know.
Yeah, I might have gave it away too early.
Whoopsie.
All right, that's my theory. I don't need to elaborate on it because it's already been elaborated on.
All right, let's keep it rolling then. Michelle, you're number 2.
I feel like my number 2 might surprise you a tiny bit, maybe. Red Dawn, released on August 10th, 1984. Directed by John Milius, who wrote Apocalypse Now. And he also directed Conan the Barbarian. I mean, this was just like, it was just such a neat story to me. Like, World War III, and like these kids just have to like fight for themselves, and like I very visually remember a lot of it and was affected by a lot of it to this day. When Jennifer Grey's character gets shot in the puffy coat, and it's just like like so crystal clear and great. I think a lot of it was like, like when you're a kid watching it, it's like, things really can happen to people. And it was the first movie to be released with a PG-13 rating.
Mm.
Wow.
So, and it was also at the time of its release considered by Guinness Book of Records the most violent film,
Wow.
with
Wow.
2.23 acts of violence per minute.
Wow.
Now it seems so tame.
I know, right?
I thought
Yeah,
that movie was
yeah.
good, man. Wolverines.
Yep.
That was a good one. That cast, man. Woo.
Oh yeah. Oh
Woo.
yeah.
That was hot. That was hot. Great pull there, Michelle. So I'm next. We're up to number 2.
Yep.
Numero dos.
I won't spend a lot of time on it, but I am happy that no one's mentioned it to this point. So I'll be the first one. Maybe you guys will bring it up. But my number 2 was Revenge of the Nerds, starring Robert Carradine and Anthony Edwards as Gilbert.
Gilbert. And Lewis.
That scene at the end where they have like the talent show contest and the nerds do the music and that.
Yeah, man.
Me and a handful of my friends in my senior year of high school, we did that as an act for putting on the hits.
Did they all applaud? Hey, did they all?
We won. And
you won?
Yes.
Did they all applaud? Get up and.
Oh, dude, it was like when the curtain pulled and we first started. It was, I'll never forget this. It was like you see like a wave at the beach.
Yeah.
That's how the people were. You saw them like go from their seats to standing up cheering. Yeah.
That's dope.
We hit good.
That's dope.
Oh, we knocked it out. So near and dear to my heart, Revenge of the Nerds, comedy. Of course, they made sequels to it, but the original is great. And we all know it's the jocks against the nerds. And
Sure.
at the end, the nerds win and they get the girls and all that stuff.
What did he say? She said, "How you know how to do that?" He said, "Jocks think about sports. All we think about is sex."
Larry knows it. So that's my number.
I had
2.
never seen it until like the last 5 years.
What?
What?
Dude, Michelle.
Yeah, so when I watched it, it was just like, but it's definitely the kind of thing I think you need to watch that when you're like in high school or college, because you'll really like appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Well, too late.
I mean, I was just like, it's okay. Like it, but I think only seeing it in the past 5 years, it was not gonna, sometimes I wonder.
Laughed? Oh my gosh. When they left, I laughed.
Yeah, the moo-moos. They had the moo-moos at the party.
Woo. Great movie.
Like, it's hard to say, because I feel like there are movies that, like, if I only saw The Goonies as an adult, would I like it on the same level? Like,
Goonies is great. Goonies never say die, so yes.
I feel like, like, you don't have to have seen it in, like, when it came out, but, like, if you don't see it as a kid, will you like it on the same level? I'm not sure, because I didn't have that experience, but, like, sometimes I wonder about that kind of thing,
I mean, you're right in a sense, but I don't know, man. Goonies, that's a good one. I mean, if we ever do a 1985 one, but okay. Matt, you're number 2. You're number 2.
Numero dos is mi amigos. Number 2 is The Toxic Avenger.
Oh,
Dude,
what a pull!
I absolutely love this movie. I think I saw it for the first time, had to be like 14, 15 years ago. And it's got so many movies have spawned from this Tromaville creation. Just a film with a nerdy janitor, falls into some toxic waste, becomes Toxie, the Toxic Avenger. He's all mangled, which they're doing a remake of it soon, which I don't know how anybody feels about this, but Peter Dinklage, who played
yeah.
Tyrion Lannister from
Yep.
Game of Thrones, he's
Yep.
going to be the Toxic Avenger. And Toxie was very big in the Toxic Avenger. So I don't know how that's going to play, but I did really like the original. The sequels were pretty wacky. None of them were as good as the original, if you want to call it good. But I this is right up my alley. I love these types of movies. They're wacky, they're old school, they're horror-esque, and they're laughable comedies, and they're great. And this one especially is an anti-hero film, probably one of the first.
Yeah, that's a great pull. I'm glad that one and Chud. I'm glad somebody brought ones like them up.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Those are good. Those are good. All right, Larry, round out number 2.
It's already been mentioned, man, and you see my backdrop, so it is what it is. My number 2 is Ghostbusters, man. Yeah, the marshmallow cream puff guy. I like that dude.
They puff.
Yeah.
There you go, Ghostbusters. Did that make all of our lists?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was my number 9.
My number 9 as well.
Very good. All right. Now, before the number 1, give us your honorable mentions, Michelle, and number 1.
All right. So my honorable mentions are The Karate Kid, Muppets Take Manhattan, which didn't make it to my list only because I was having trouble deciding what would be top 10 and what would be honorable mention. And so what I did for that, and the way I made that decision, was the Muppet movie is first for me, and then second is The Great Muppet Caper. So Manhattan would be, so I was like, you know what? It's not one of those other two, so it's not going to make it. And then Purple Rain, which obviously I didn't watch in 1984, but is amazing film.
Yeah.
And then 16 Candles, because I love 16 Candles, but I don't love it as much as other ones that are the same type of thing and relatively same, around the same years. So it wasn't going to necessarily make my top 10. And then there's another movie, I don't know if you guys would know it. It's called No Small Affair, which is also kind of along the lines of like 16 Candles and all those things. It has John Cryer and Demi Moore in it. And he's like a young photographer. And she's she's an aspiring singer, but she's supposed to be like 23 to his 16. And it's like I just always enjoyed that. I thought it was a good little movie. Those are my honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
And my number 1 has been mentioned already. The Never-Ending Story.
There you go. There it is.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's just classic, amazing. I feel like every time you watch it, it's almost like it's the first time you watched it because it's so engaging and so good.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
I mean,
it was enjoyable to me that everybody pretty much mentioned it. So
yeah.
Excellent. Obviously, I very much enjoy your number 1. Truth be told, I thought you had the Muppets Take Manhattan. I had that as your number 1. Matt, I had I had the Terminator as your number 1. Made your list, but not your number 1. And Larry, I had Nightmare on Elm Street as your number 1. Made your list, but not your number 1. Before my honorable mentions, a few fun facts that came out in 84. Music-wise, Run DMC's self-titled album came out in 84. The Red Hot Chili Peppers' first album came out in 84. And obviously Purple Rain came out in 84, which was phenomenal. Phenomenal. In sports, Michael Jordan got drafted to the NBA in 84. LeBron James was born in 84. And Hulk Hogan, the late, great, immortal Hulk Hogan, won the heavyweight title in the WWF from the Iron Sheik January 23rd, 1984. I still have it in my brain. And by the way, if you want to guess who won the Oscar for 1984, I'll give you a hint. It's not a movie on any of our lists.
Well, no, because the Oscar for 1984 would be for 1983 movies.
So this one,
You would have to have the movie from 1985 Oscars.
movie, but the Oscars was 85.
Yes.
Yeah, so the movie came out in 84.
Mm-hmm.
No? Okay.
Nope.
It was Amadeus.
Oh, yeah. I knew that too. Actually, I love Tom Hulce.
Amadeus. All right, my honorable mentions. 16 Candles, Beverly Hills Cop, Red Dawn, The Natural, and a movie that I'm surprised Matt didn't mention, Dreamscape. Love that movie. Love it.
Well, he still has to do his number one.
Yeah.
Well,
and his honorable mentions.
His honorable mentions, Gil.
It's an honorable mention for me. Could be his number one, but I thought he would have mentioned it by now. Could be his number one. I think that's what Matt would like. I'm not going to ask if he saw it or not. Did you see it or not?
I have seen it.
Oh, very good movie. Personal, I would not recommend these movies, but I like them. Supergirl and Sheena. And
I like
you
Sheena.
know why I like them.
Yeah.
I like Sheena.
Mm-hmm.
I like Sheena. That's the Tarzan girl, right? It?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I like Sheena.
Later.
I like Sheena, brother.
What's her name? Tanya Roberts.
Yeah, Tanya Roberts.
The late Tanya Roberts. And one that I marked down as late to the party because I only saw it a few years ago for the first time, and that was Johnny Dangerously, which I thought was hilarious. And my number one, it was already mentioned. I'm sure my wife, when she watches this podcast, she's going to be able to pick my number one. It was already mentioned, The Karate Kid. Loved it. Loved the franchise. Karate Kid, numero uno to me. Saw it in the movies for the first time with my father. I remember him covering my eyes when Ralph Macchio and Elizabeth Shue were kissing at the arcade. And, I mean, what can I say? Perfect Hollywood ending. Spawned the franchise, spawned the show on Netflix and all that. Love it. And I'm glad that after over 30 years, Ralph Macchio came back and did a great job bringing back the character. So did William Zabka, and almost everybody else that was still alive was in the Cobra Kai. So that was pretty dope. Karate Kid, my numero uno. Matt, your number one is. Oh wait, honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. I have Karate Kid, Dreamscape, Dune, which I'm surprised didn't make anybody's anything, Temple of Doom, and Beverly Hills Cop, oddly enough. So those are the honorable mentions, and my first one has been talked about again and again, and it is Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm such a big fan of that movie, man. Like we talked about earlier, it's absolutely insane to think about. I like, you're totally safe when you're walking around day to day, but try not to go to sleep. Like, you can't do that. It's only a matter of time before your body shuts down and you have to go to sleep. So it's just that the concept of that is horrifying, and then, it bleeds into reality in the later movies. But yeah, number one, Nightmare on Elm Street, Johnny Depp's first movie, as Gil pointed out. I talked about all the practical effects that I absolutely love and the dedication it takes to do that. Just a great movie.
Well, that made 3 out of the 4 of us on our list. Michelle, I'm surprised you didn't have Dune somewhere.
Um, I want to because of David Lynch,
Hmm.
but Dune itself is not. I don't really like Dune. You know what I mean? Like, I like it more than I would because of David Lynch. I have not watched the new one. I have no intention of watching the new one because I'm already in that half not liking the other one. So
It's just watch part two.
No, you know what? Don't watch either one. I
Same,
watched.
and then
They were meh. To
they
me,
were meh,
long
but
and drawn
the
out.
first one, I mean, it's you might as well watch just sand kick up with
Yeah.
the wind in the desert for 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's true.
The
That's true.
David Lynch one was the only one that was pretty good. And the funny thing about that, David Lynch is, I mean, let's be honest, a lot of his work is pretty strange. To me, Dune was not really that strange, like compared to like what he normally puts out there.
I don't know. I mean, then because I don't know. There's other things of his I can watch easier.
Like Twin Peaks, like after a while, I'm like, what am I watching? Or Eraserhead. I watched Eraserhead, and when it was over, I'm like, what did I just watch?
Yeah,
Twin Peaks
that's still a good
is the
movie.
best. Gil, I'm going on Saturday to a live thing about Twin Peaks.
Yeah, well, you don't
There's
have
going to
kids.
be cast members, everything.
What is it like a con?
No, it's just like a almost like I guess like a question and answer thing. They're going to be on the stage
okay.
and uh, Twin Peaks is definitely weird. Don't get me wrong, but it's like really good weird.
Well, as long as you like it, I hope you have a good time.
I actually, fun fact, haven't watched Eraserhead yet though.
Well, that's to me classic David Lynch. That's a weird one, but the teacher from Little House on the Prairie is in it, and I always thought she was pretty cute.
Yes, she is.
She's pretty cute. All right. Well, the build-up is over. The final number one. Give us your honorable mentions first, Larry.
I had to add it to it because I'd be mad if I didn't, because it is one of the movies I actually did like. And Never Ending Story. I had to put it on there because I really, really liked that story as a kid. A movie as a kid. Purple Rain by Prince. The Terminator and the Firestarter. Yeah. And Gil, you mentioned, I don't know, man. This is area things me and you got going on, man. Because we always seem to swap 1 and 2. My number one is Revenge of the Nerds, man.
Yes.
That's my number one film of '84. Revenge of the Nerds, man. Yes.
My guy.
Yes, that's my movie, and because of the fact that it's just like, it's so many layers to that movie I dug, man. Like when they fixed the house up, when they was running around and they're nerd, and then you got the alphas, the jocks, they crib, and then they going to kick them out the dorms. So then they made this house, the robots, and then all the elements of the different, like Lamar, because Lamar's like the first one was like was like dudes, you know what I mean? And you had Gilbert, and like classic nerd with the pocket protector, then you had the Japanese dude, and then you got Booger was just nasty.
Mm-hmm.
He was this nasty guy, man. He was a nasty dude.
But he was in all of them.
Yeah.
All the sequels, he was in all of them.
Yeah, he was. Was it Dudley? What was it? What they call? What's his real name? Dudley something. Is what they called him anyway. But yeah, it was just that classic of just the nerds winning. You know what I'm saying? And just you got the jocks and nerds. I always say the nerds are the ones that rule the world, man. The jocks are just what they are. They're expendable. Think about it. People that run the world are smart. You know what I mean? The jocks are what we are. They're jocks. Okay, you play basketball, you play football, whoopee, whoopee, whoopee. But you're not Bill Gates. You're not what's the other guy? The dude that has Amazon. You're not
Oh,
him.
Bezos.
You're Bezos. You're not Bezos. You know,
You're not Elon Musk.
you're not Elon Musk.
You're not Steve
These are the
Jobs.
nerds. These are the nerds.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's just a great movie, man. In my opinion, great movie.
Great
Heck
movie.
yeah.
Great list from everybody. Fantastic job. Anybody want to add anything? A
I
movie
just
that
had to
popped
bring
in
up
my head.
the real Frank and Weenie in for a moment. Did a
Hey,
good job.
Oh, heck yeah.
There you go.
Good
All
girl.
right. With that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast, which you can catch in 2 weeks again on Tuesday. We're going back to sports. We're going back to football. This summer was great. Doing these top 10 lists were great, but we're going to get back to the norm, and we got to get ready for the 2025 NFL season. Larry and I are going to be hitting it. We're going to do a season preview show in 2 weeks. You can also catch Matt on his Matt's Monday review every Monday, sometimes Tuesday, occasionally Wednesday. We're still waiting on this week's one, by the way.
loving
Yeah.
the picks. Loving the picks, Matt.
And
Loving the picks.
hopefully,
Heck yeah.
hopefully Michelle joins the family, and maybe get her doing something on.
Yeah,
the
Michelle, we need you. We need you. We love you. I love the way you view movies, and you turn me on to movies that I would never have thought of seeing. So I really
Oh,
need
nice.
you to join this program because I need to see movies that I just never seen before.
Outside the box, right?
Yes, outside the box. I like seeing outside the box stuff.
Man, outside the box. That almost sounds like the name of a show that could be a podcast. But anyway, so thank you all for tuning in. And remember, we are on the Box Office Buzz 302 channel. Check out our YouTube channel. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Xbox. I said Xbox, X. And what do you got, Larry? You got Instagram?
Instagram, TikTok.
So we
all
are
that good
on the
stuff.
socials. We are putting out more and more content. We got some music that's going to be coming out soon, so be sure to check that out. We will talk more about that soon. So for Matt Shackelford, Michelle Chaffatelli, Larry Loper, I'm Gilly Rosari. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. Let's do it again soon. Deuces,
Thanks for
y'all.
having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you once again.